Hello my dears, welcome to your psychic reading. This is Dreamfeather. This is a collective love reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. This is a timeless collective love reading. Always remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. What does the collective need to know and love? Please, Great Spirit, show us clearly. I'm using the Sacred Art Tarot here, and I've been wanting to use this deck for a while. I'm excited. It's been calling to me. What does the collective need to know and love? Please, Great Spirit, for the highest and best good, the highest and best outcome for all involved. Show us clearly, please, what needs to be known in love. This is a collective love reading. What are the current energies, please, Great Spirit? What are the current energies, collective energies in love and romance? Collective energies in love, please, Great Spirit. Collective energies in love. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So it looks like there's been some anxiety. There's been feeling like there's no equal give and take in a connection. Also, I'm seeing these heavy burdens that you could be carrying because it's almost like there hasn't been any action in love lately, and you could be feeling a little bit wounded, a little bit almost hopeless. A little bit defeated here, I'm seeing with this card. You know, she's kind of slumped over, and it's almost like you're at this crux of giving up. Giving up and feeling like, will love ever happen for me? And the good thing though is that I feel like you're coming out of this energy and you're about to be rebirthed with the universe here. I think that you're clarifying your vision and focusing on, you know, an equal give and take. And if you're not seeing that equal give and take in your outer reality, then you're simply crumbling those foundations down to the ground. You're no longer going to overextend yourself energetically by holding on to a situation that isn't actually showing any forward movement. It's interesting because this Prince of Cups here, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, he's kind of like holding his cup there real nonchalantly and looking away from you. And I feel like this person could also be in their fears as well, but they're also going through a rebirth and a transformation because he's looking over. And take in mind, you know, flip the genders as relevant to your situation, or if you're more gender fluid, then just apply that to yourself. But I'm reading like the energies of the masculine or feminine depictions on the cards. So usually the Prince of Cups, well, it's interesting because he's looking here at the Ten of Swords, so there's some sort of rebirth within his mental realm that's happening here, dear. And he could be putting to rest some idea or some fantasy or some way of, maybe a way in which he was projecting his past or his fears onto you and possibly seeing you beyond that. I see someone who's contemplating right now. Now the Prince of Cups could also be someone who is coming in with a cup of love and a love offer, but it's almost like the way he's tilting his cup is like his water's about to spill out there. So that could be in some ways like he's going to spill out some emotions towards you. But I think right now he's kind of stuck in his mental energy and he's looking away from you. And then your body language is facing towards him, but then you're also looking behind your back away from him as well. And you're almost like serenading yourself with your own cup there. This is a very luscious and sensual card, the Nine of Cups. And you're there with an ally, with a, friend, and you're kind of just tending to feeling really solid emotionally, and very fulfilled with what you have. And you're kind of like not really, almost like giving anyone the time of day right now, because people must come to you correctly for you to actually open your heart of love to them. And I feel like you've been carrying some heavy burdens, with, ways in which you've been spending your energy with this Ten of Wands here. And it's almost like you're just so sick and tired of there not being any reciprocation. And maybe it's this element of you needing to put down what isn't working, energetically especially, maybe ways in which you're thinking about a situation, and thus the ways in which you behave from those thought forms. And this Tower is here as a blessing, because it's going to tear down those structures. And this is, we're coming upon the eclipse season next Monday, March 25th, and then April 8th. Whenever you watch this reading, though, I do intend that it is relevant for you, but this plays into that electric energy of the Tower with the lightning there. And it's just crumbling down these foundations of fear, these foundations of feeling like there's unrequited interest. And it's the need to declutter your life and focus on what's really important. Keep going back to that inner vision that you're calling forth, and make sure that you're not focusing on the lack of it. And it's a very gray and hazy line there, because sometimes we can think that we're actually focusing on that vision that we're calling forth, but if the 3D reality is mirroring back our past thought forms of, fear or illusion, then sometimes we can start to focus on that and wonder why things aren't falling into place. I see this as a time of like lavishing yourself right now, taking yourself out on dates, really doing things that fill your emotional cup outside of romance, with another, and really romancing yourself right now. With the universe reversed, it's almost like this culmination or this interconnection with the universe needs to be reestablished here. Like feeling free, feeling like you're that part of the cosmic harmony of all things. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit disconnected in that way, and kind of like defeated as far as your manifestations. It really brings me back to this quote by Neville Goddard, and he says something like, "The reward is to the one who persists in his inner vision. Despite the outer circumstances, you are never swayed." And so it's really going back to that inner vision that you are one with the all, with the universe here, and that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Sometimes, if you're highly protected spiritually, the universe will keep certain relations from blossoming because maybe they weren't meant to be in that way. So it's really about releasing attachment here to like outcomes, and going back to that you don't need anything or anyone outside of yourself to affirm or validate what you know is true inside. You having that desire is God-given. And so staying with that desire while being a bit detached as to how it will come about on the external is the key. And the element of detachment, anyone who's into creating their reality and selecting their desired timeline or future will say that this is a very important component. And to stay detached, it's about continually focusing your mind on what feels good with this Nine of Cups, and to just really invite in any changes that are coming in because they are for your benefit, to break down any walls or any guardedness here. I think you're both going through very strong transformations here, and it's almost like this choice here to feel burdened, and you're kind of like blocking your heart and looking downward and downcast, and our body language says so much. And really our body language is, I want to say, like 50% of our communication. I think like 53% of communication is body language. So if you're feeling defeated, etc., that's a prayer to the universe saying, I'm not getting what I want. I don't deserve what I want. And notice just the drastic difference in the body language in these cards. How she is very slumped over. She's feeling like she's on this horse, but she's not going anywhere. And then this other woman, the same woman, has her heart open. She's like, has her head up, and she's focusing on things that really give her joy here. And the Nine of Cups, it's one away from the Ten of Cups. This is also about wishes, wish fulfillment, your desires, fruiting, and truly in that element, that energy of like being one with your desires, being one with fulfillment by focusing on what you already have in your life. That makes you fulfilled, is going to really help to accelerate the energy. With the Six of Coins, it also makes me think that like in order to receive, we also have to give. And so just take a little assessment or reflection on the energy that you're putting out when it comes to love interests and when it comes to love and romance. And ask yourself if maybe you're really holding back as well. Because I think it's almost like a transformation of both your energy, of how you're both meeting one another, or possibly like, you know, feeling so burdened by your mind or by the disappointment I really see with this Ten of Wands, that it's almost like that self-fulfilling prophecy. Just really taking the external 3D realm with a grain of salt and just noticing that it's past fears possibly playing out will help you to stay in those high vibrations of really living in that dream world that you are creating for yourself. I feel like things have been stagnant and blocked because this universe came out reversed, and it's almost like this lesson or this karmic cycle that wants to be witnessed and integrated. But first there has to be some shake-up of the energy with the Tower here. Okay, interesting. Someone has been in deep reflection, getting their mind right, going internal with the Hermit. You could have not heard from this person for a while. They're kind of focusing on their options. They could also be using substances at this time. You've also been very quiet and internal as well. You two are mirroring each other with the High Priestess. There could be some frustration around here. It's the need to heal with the Star, and you're coming into your Magi energy of going back to your altar, going back and focusing on what really matters, and keep on rekindling that inner vision. Okay, so what is this Tower moment? What is up with this Tower, please? The Two of Coins and the Princess of Coins. I think that it's this choice. It's almost like there's two timelines, like I was talking about, fulfillment or defeat, fulfillment or disappointment. And you're learning how to carry that vibration within yourself and within your actions of really choosing to be happy and not needing another person to be in your life to hold that vibration. Because truly, we can't really attract that other person into our life until we are that stable vibration of feeling good on our own. And you're really holding this cup very sacred to yourself, your emotional energy. Okay, tell me more about the Tower. Queen of Wands, yeah, you're learning to kindle your inner fire and just be that beautiful, whole and complete spark of life, and really tend to your inner flames so that you are that one that you've been waiting for, you know? Like, there's really no one to wait for to give you anything, because you really must give what you're seeking to yourself in your imagination, in your emotional body. And I think that's the lesson that's being learned here. It's like becoming self-sufficient and very stable on your own before this divine counterpart can come in. Okay, what else is happening with the Tower here, especially for the person the collective is dealing with? What is this Tower moment for the collective's love interest, please, Great Spirit? Five of Swords. So this person is going through this destruction of separation, of feeling like also defeated in a way, of maybe feeling like you have other options, and then maybe they're a little bit scared to make a move because they don't really know maybe the status of your love life. Because I see two men here with this woman. And they're just kind of reconfiguring their mental realms. And they don't want to be left out in the cold. But that's how they've been feeling for whatever reason. Because look at this. You both, at the end of the day, once this Tower falls down, want the Lovers. That's what you're focused on. I feel like their focus has been more on the lack of it than the actual manifestation of it. But look at you two here. This is where you meet in the middle once those illusions fall down. There's this beautiful Lovers card. This is Gemini energy. It's also the need to make a choice. Again, going back to that Two of Pentacles I pulled earlier, is like there's two options here. You could also have a few options Maybe your person also has options and they're kind of like maybe fretting about the right decision. Let's see, okay. And what is the connecting energies once this tower falls down? What is the energies connecting you to? Ooh, the Magi. I believe that you are both coming into your power. This is Aries energy as well. This is the initiator. This is someone who sets their inner vision ablaze, and by that microcosmic element of really focusing elementally on what you want, it ripples out macrocosmically and becomes your reality. So maybe you or your person could be into magic, could be into manifestation, could be into the law of assumption or some sort of like occult ideas, or spiritual principles like hermetic principles or laws of the universe in order to draw your reality towards you. This is someone who is in touch with the universal energies. And Seven of Coins reversed. Now, Seven of Coins upright is usually about like investment and things like that, and kind of like almost things at a standstill. So I feel like things are going to start moving here the more that you two get in touch with the creators and the masters that you are of your dream. There's the King of Cups here beneath this Three of Coins. The Three of Coins is like working together. You two could meet or could have met in like a public setting, like at work or at a school or in a class or in some sort of social group. The King of Cups, look at how he goes from the Prince to the King. The Prince is kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this cup here. I'm still learning how to like express myself emotionally. Now this King is pretty much like giving this cup to someone. He's emotionally mature. He's done his inner work. And beneath him is the Hanged Man. And this is really just about a lot surrendering. That really is that ultimate element of selecting our preferred reality. Once we whisper our sweet nothings into the universe and do the inner work to release any resistance and truly believe that any reality can happen for us, that we are so worthy of good things flowing into our life, that, we are so deserving, and becoming that match to that frequency. Then after, we work through our inner fears and projections and illusions and things, then we simply believe it can happen, and then we detach from the outcome and we just go about our everyday life, living as if that wish is already fulfilled, and then it shows up in one way or another, some way, somehow. This is my new reality, and it is so with the Magi. Your will is done through the power of Spirit. This is aligning also with the Great Spirit. See how his hands are pointed upward? And then he has his staff drawing that cosmic energy down into form. I almost like see a portal here too with this little circle. There's like a landscape beneath him. He's drawing down infinity into form, creating something from the universal energies. I almost wanted to say create something from nothing. So maybe you could feel like there's nothing between you and someone else, or like maybe there's no one in your life right now. Well, something will come from that nothing with the power of your belief. And we all deserve love. We all deserve a divine companion. And the more that you be that companion to yourself, Truly, it's not about finding or getting anything outside of ourselves, but it's about embodying that energy that you're calling forth in another, because our divine counterpart is going to mirror us energetically. And so you really focusing on up-leveling and mastering your own self is going to bring in someone that has also been doing their work and who's actually ready and available and healthy enough to come in to create something sustainable. Beautiful, my dears. So let's see. I want to know what this universe reversed is. What's up with this universe? What lesson needs to be learned here? What lesson needs to be learned in love for the collective? Let's see. Ooh, the High Priestess. Interesting. This is really about getting a clear message here to simply trust your intuition and trust your... it's really just about trust. It's about trusting the cycles of nature and the laws of the universe. And not second guessing yourself. The High Priestess, she's the one who knows. She just knows. And stay in that inner knowing that what you want is already yours. And by the power with this Magician and the High Priestess, this is also a divine counterpart here. I mean, the High Priest is traditionally the counterpart to the High Priestess, but these are both highly intuitive, spiritual creators. And I see you both sitting there at your altar or your throne. You're delving into the hidden mysteries of the universe and possibly doing divination or magic to continue aligning your energy field towards what you're calling in. And I feel like you're calling in that divine love that you are. And it's interesting, the masculine is like reaching out to the feminine here with his hand on her shoulder. Even though you guys feel, I mean, you could be in some ways, like maybe you see this person every now and then, but it's like you feel like you're far apart, even if you're in the same room. But I'm seeing that there's almost like this gesture of reconciliation here. Okay. And look at this, the Emperor. Ooh. This is someone who knows what they want and they go after it. This is someone who is not scared to make moves. This is someone who is that powerful drive and force in their life to make changes and to call in by action what it is that they want. This is also Aries energy as well, the King of Wands below that. So I feel like things are coming into balance. The more that you simply acknowledge, you know, those energies that are unlike your true self, such as disappointment and fear, and that element of maybe not trusting fully that this could happen for you. We must look at those things and take out the trash, as it were, for us to release that energy and then continue identifying with, I am fulfilled and completely joyful and blissful and peaceful and happy, and I am in divine love right now because I am in love with creation, I'm in love with existence, I'm in love with the universe. And the more that you ride that wave of love, the more that that love just keeps compounding and being reflected back to you. So it's the simple choice of, are you going to abide by love or abide by fear? Or abide by, like, you know, feeling overwhelmed and like your energy is spread too thin. Declutter your energy and really keep focusing on what is important here. Trust the cycles and seasons of nature and the universe. And keep coming back to that I am presence. What do you declare that you are? And it is so, my dears, okay? So let me get one more card here for you to tie this reading together for the collective in love, please. I just saw soulmate relationship there at the bottom. We have positive energy. It says, surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Yeah, that really ties in the reading very well, because wherever we focus our energy, that's what grows. So continue to focus on the loving and continue being that loving presence in your life, and then you'll find more love. And don't seek for love, because seeking for what you already are is like a prayer for lovelessness. It's like forgetting that you're already love. So come back to that loving person and frequency that you are, and that will be done unto you, my dears. So if you are interested in more clarity with a private personal reading or hypnotherapy or shamanic energy healing, I offer all those services below. You can click on the description box and it will bring you to the link to book with me, my dears, and I'm sending you so much heart light until we meet again.